Ladies and gentlemen, as we step into 2025, we are given a fresh start, a blank page, a new opportunity to rebuild ourselves, to rise stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever before. Life has tested us, broken us, and at times left us feeling lost. But hear me when I say this. You are not defined by your past. You are defined by your ability to rise, rebuild, and create the life you were meant to live. Rebuilding yourself is not about looking back with regret. It's about moving forward with purpose. It's about taking every failure, every disappointment, every setback, and using them as bricks to construct a stronger, unshakable version of yourself. The version of you that no longer doubts, no longer hesitates, no longer settles. The version of you that is unstoppable. If 2024 was a year of struggle, let 2025 be the year of your comeback. If last year was filled with fear, let this year be filled with faith. If you have been waiting for a sign to start over, this is it. Right now, in this very moment, you decide who you are becoming. Not your past, not your mistakes, not the people who doubted you. You decide. Rebuilding yourself in 2025 starts with a complete shift in your mindset. Everything you want to achieve, every goal, every dream, every transformation begins in the mind. Your thoughts shape your reality, and if you do not take control of them, they will control you. Most people live their lives stuck in the same patterns because they never change the way they think. They carry the same fears, the same doubts, and the same limiting beliefs, year after year, wondering why nothing changes. But the truth is, if you want to rebuild yourself into a stronger, wiser, and more successful version of yourself, you must first rebuild your mind. Your mind is like a garden. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, that is exactly what will grow. But if you intentionally plant seeds of confidence, faith, and possibility, your life will begin to reflect those positive changes. The way you think determines the way you act, and the way you act determines the results you get in life. If you keep telling yourself that you are not capable, that you are not good enough, or that success is for other people but not for you, then you will continue to live a life that reflects those beliefs. But if you decide today that you are worthy, that you are capable, and that you have the power to create change, then 2025 will be the year that everything shifts for you. One of the most powerful ways to reprogram your mind is to become conscious of the words you speak to yourself every day. Your self-talk has the ability to either push you forward or hold you back. Every time you tell yourself, "I can't do this," or "I'll never be successful," you reinforce a mindset that keeps you small. But when you start replacing those thoughts with empowering beliefs like, "I am capable," "I am strong," and "I am becoming the best version of myself," you begin to align your mind with the person you want to become. The words you repeat to yourself daily are like instructions you give to your subconscious mind. The more you affirm something, the more your brain believes it, and the more it becomes your reality. Visualization is another powerful tool to shift your mindset. If you want to rebuild yourself in 2025, you need to start seeing yourself as the person you want to become. Close your eyes and imagine yourself achieving your goals. See yourself confident, successful, and living the life you desire. Feel the emotions of accomplishment, joy, and strength. When you visualize something with intensity and belief, your brain starts to accept it as truth. This is not just wishful thinking. This is a proven technique used by successful people in every field. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders use visualization to train their minds for success before they even step into the game. If they can do it, so can you. Another important aspect of shifting your mindset is eliminating negative influences. You cannot rebuild yourself while constantly consuming negativity. Pay attention to the people you surround yourself with. Are they lifting you up or bringing you down? Are they feeding your growth or feeding your fears? You become like the people you spend the most time with. So if you want to elevate your life, you need to surround yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and push you to become better. At the same time, be mindful of what you are feeding your mind. What kind of content are you consuming daily? If you are constantly filling your mind with negativity, whether through the news, social media, or toxic conversations, you are programming yourself for fear and doubt. But if you make a conscious effort to read books, listen to motivational speakers, and engage in positive conversations, you will begin to train your mind for success. You have the power to choose what influences you, so choose wisely. Ultimately, rebuilding yourself in 2025 starts with a decision to no longer be a prisoner of old thinking patterns, a decision to take control of your mind and reprogram it for success. It will not happen overnight, but if you commit to the process, if you wake up every day and choose to think in a way that serves your highest self, then transformation is inevitable. Your mind is the foundation for everything you want to build in your life. Strengthen it, nourish it, and align it with the greatness that is already within you. The moment you shift your mindset, you will begin to rebuild yourself into the unstoppable person you were always meant to be. Letting go of the past is one of the most powerful steps you can take in rebuilding yourself in 2025. Too often, people hold on to past mistakes, regrets, pain, and failures, allowing them to shape their present and future. The truth is, you cannot move forward while carrying the weight of the past. The past is unchangeable, but your future is still unwritten. If you want to rebuild yourself, you must make the conscious decision to release everything that no longer serves you. This means letting go of past disappointments, toxic relationships, limiting beliefs, and any pain that is keeping you stuck. You cannot build something new while still clinging to the old. Many people struggle with letting go because they feel like their past defines them. They replay their mistakes, dwell on missed opportunities, and feel trapped by the choices they made. But the reality is, the past only has power over you if you continue to give it power. Every day is a new opportunity to rewrite your story, but that can only happen when you stop identifying with your past and start focusing on who you are becoming. You are not your past mistakes. You are not your failures. You are not the pain that others have caused you. You are a person in the process of transformation, and you have the power to start fresh. One of the hardest things to let go of is regret. People often wish they had done things differently, chosen a different path, made better decisions, or taken more risks. But regret is a useless emotion because it keeps you stuck in what could have been instead of focusing on what can be. You must accept that every experience, whether good or bad, has shaped you into the person you are today. Instead of letting regret consume you, turn it into a lesson. Ask yourself, what did I learn from this? How can I grow from this? When you shift your perspective, regret no longer has control over you. Forgiveness is another essential part of letting go. Many people carry resentment and anger toward those who have hurt them, but holding on to that pain only harms you. Forgiveness is not about excusing what happened or forgetting the pain. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional burden. When you hold on to resentment, you allow the past to control your emotions, your mindset, and your ability to move forward. Forgiveness is an act of self-liberation. It allows you to break free from the chains of past hurt and step into a future that is no longer defined by pain. Letting go also means releasing the version of yourself that no longer aligns with who you want to become. If you want to rebuild yourself, you have to be willing to shed old identities, habits, and thought patterns that are holding you back. Maybe you've been living with a victim mindset, constantly blaming circumstances or other people for where you are in life. Maybe you've been stuck in a cycle of procrastination, fear, or self-doubt. Whatever it is, you must be willing to let go of the person you used to be so that you can become the person you are meant to be. Growth requires change, and change requires letting go. One of the most effective ways to release the past is to focus on the present moment. The past only exists in your mind, and the future is yet to be created. The only moment you truly have control over is right now. Every time you catch yourself dwelling on the past, bring your attention back to the present. What can you do today to create a better future? What small action can you take right now that moves you forward? The more you focus on the present, the less power the past has over you. Letting go does not mean forgetting. It means choosing to no longer allow the past to dictate your future. It means stepping into 2025 with a new mindset, free from the burdens that once held you back. It means making peace with what was and embracing what is to come. The past is a chapter that has already been written, but you are the author of your future. Close the old chapter, pick up the pen, and start writing a new one. This is your time to rebuild, to renew, and to create the life you truly deserve. Taking massive action is the key to rebuilding yourself in 2025. No matter how much you dream, plan, or visualize, nothing will change unless you take action. Action is what turns ideas into reality, what transforms intentions into results, and what separates those who succeed from those who remain stuck. Too many people wait for the perfect moment to start, but the truth is, the perfect moment does not exist. The only time you have is now. If you want to rebuild yourself, you must stop hesitating, stop overthinking, and start moving forward with purpose. One of the biggest reasons people fail to take action is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. But the reality is, fear will always be there. If you wait for fear to disappear before you start, you will never take the first step. The only way to overcome fear is to act despite it. Action builds confidence, and confidence destroys fear. The more you do, the less afraid you become. Instead of letting fear control you, use it as fuel. Recognize that fear means you are stepping out of your comfort zone, and that is exactly where growth happens. Every successful person you admire has faced fear, but they acted anyway. That is the difference between those who transform their lives and those who remain stuck. Another common excuse for not taking action is waiting for motivation. People say, "I'll start when I feel ready," or "I'll take action when I'm motivated." But motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes, and if you rely on it, you will never be consistent. The key is to develop discipline. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It means showing up every day, taking small steps, and staying committed to your goals, even when it's hard. Motivation might get you started, but discipline is what keeps you going. Taking massive action also means embracing progress over perfection. Many people delay action because they want everything to be perfect. They want the perfect plan, the perfect strategy, the perfect conditions. But perfectionism is just another form of procrastination. The truth is, you will never have everything figured out before you start. The best way to learn is through action. Start where you are, with what you have, and improve along the way. The most successful people in the world did not wait until they had all the answers. They took action, learned from their mistakes, and kept moving forward. Consistency is another crucial part of taking massive action. One big effort is not enough. Real transformation happens through daily habits and small, consistent actions. If you want to improve your health, you need to work out and eat right every day, not just once in a while. If you want to build a new skill, you need to practice regularly. If you want to strengthen your mindset, you need to feed your mind with positive influences every single day. Small actions done consistently create massive results over time. The key is to keep going, even when you don't see immediate progress. Trust that every step you take is moving you closer to your goal. Another important part of taking action is holding yourself accountable. Set clear goals and track your progress. Write down what you want to achieve and create a plan to get there. Break your goals into smaller, actionable steps and commit to completing them. Find ways to stay accountable, whether it's through a mentor, a coach, or a friend who pushes you to stay on track. When you hold yourself accountable, you increase your chances of success. Taking action also means being willing to fail. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the process. Every failure is a lesson, a stepping stone toward growth. The most successful people in the world have failed countless times, but they did not let failure stop them. Instead, they learned from their mistakes, adjusted their approach, and kept moving forward. If you want to rebuild yourself, you must be willing to fail, learn, and keep going. At the end of the day, action is what creates transformation. You can read all the books, listen to all the motivational speeches, and plan as much as you want, but none of it matters without action. If you want to rebuild yourself in 2025, stop waiting. Start now. Do something today that moves you closer to your goals. Take the first step, then the next, and keep going. The more action you take, the more momentum you build, and the faster you will see results. This is your time. This is your year. Take massive action and make it happen. Surrounding yourself with growth-minded people is one of the most crucial steps in rebuilding yourself in 2025. The people you spend the most time with have a direct impact on your mindset, habits, and overall success. If you are constantly around negative, unmotivated, or toxic individuals, their energy and perspectives will influence you whether you realize it or not. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with people who are ambitious, positive, and constantly striving for growth, you will naturally start to adopt their mindset and behaviors. You become a reflection of your environment. So if you want to rebuild yourself, you must be intentional about the people you allow into your life. One of the biggest mistakes people make is holding on to relationships that no longer serve their growth. It can be difficult to distance yourself from old friends or even family members who do not support your journey. But if they are holding you back, you have to make a choice. Are you willing to stay in the same place just to maintain certain relationships? Or are you ready to elevate your life by surrounding yourself with people who inspire you? Letting go of negative influences does not mean you have to cut people off completely, but it does mean setting boundaries and prioritizing your own development. Successful and growth-minded people think differently. They see opportunities where others see obstacles. They take responsibility for their lives instead of blaming circumstances. They focus on solutions instead of dwelling on problems. When you spend time with people who have this mindset, their energy becomes contagious. You start to see yourself differently. You begin to believe in greater possibilities. You become motivated to push yourself beyond your limits. This is why it is so important to surround yourself with people who elevate you, challenge you, and encourage you to be the best version of yourself. One way to find growth-minded individuals is to seek out communities that align with your goals. If you want to improve your career, surround yourself with people who are ambitious and career-driven. If you want to become healthier, spend time with people who prioritize fitness and wellness. If you want to strengthen your mindset, engage with people who have a positive and resilient outlook on life. Attend networking events, join mastermind groups, take courses, and put yourself in environments where success-oriented people gather. The more you expose yourself to people who are excelling in different areas of life, the more you will naturally adopt their habits and mindset. Another powerful way to surround yourself with growth-minded people is to find mentors. A mentor does not have to be someone you know personally. Mentors can be authors, speakers, or successful individuals whose work you study and learn from. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch interviews, and absorb the knowledge and wisdom of people who have already achieved what you are working toward. The more you immerse yourself in positive influences, the faster your mindset and actions will shift. At the same time, you must also be intentional about the energy you bring into your relationships. Growth-minded people want to be around others who are equally motivated and driven. If you want to attract high-level individuals into your life, you must also embody the qualities of someone who is focused on self-improvement. Be the kind of person who uplifts, supports, and inspires others. Engage in meaningful conversations, share ideas, and contribute to the success of those around you. When you bring value to others, you naturally attract people who bring value to you. The process of rebuilding yourself requires the right environment. If you are constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, and mediocrity, it will be nearly impossible to elevate your life. But if you intentionally place yourself in circles where people are striving for greatness, you will rise with them. Your growth is a reflection of the people you surround yourself with, so choose wisely. In 2025, make it a priority to build relationships that support your journey, challenge you to be better, and push you toward the life you truly want to create. Developing unshakable self-discipline is essential for rebuilding yourself in 2025. It is the foundation upon which success is built, because without discipline, no amount of motivation, talent, or opportunity will be enough to create lasting change. Many people set goals and have big dreams, but very few follow through with consistent action. The difference between those who succeed and those who remain stuck is discipline, the ability to do what needs to be done even when they don't feel like it. Rebuilding yourself requires breaking old habits, forming new ones, and staying committed to your path, regardless of obstacles, distractions, or temporary setbacks. The first step in developing self-discipline is having a clear vision of what you want. Without clarity, it's easy to lose focus, get distracted, or give up when things get tough. You need to define what rebuilding yourself looks like. Do you want to become healthier, more successful, more confident? Whatever your goal is, you must create a clear and specific plan to achieve it. It's not enough to say, I want to be better. You need to know exactly what actions you must take daily to move closer to your goal. Discipline becomes easier when you have a strong purpose behind it. One of the biggest challenges people face when trying to develop discipline is dealing with their emotions. Many people make decisions based on how they feel in the moment, rather than on what is best for them in the long run. This is why so many people struggle to stay consistent. They feel motivated for a few days, but as soon as that motivation fades, they stop taking action. True discipline means acting independently of how you feel. It means waking up early to work out even when you're tired, studying when you don't feel like it, and pushing through challenges even when things get difficult. The most successful people understand that feelings are temporary, but results come from consistent action. Another key to self-discipline is mastering your habits. Your life is a reflection of the habits you practice daily. If you want to rebuild yourself, you must replace bad habits with good ones. This requires conscious effort in the beginning, but over time, these new habits become second nature. Start small. Focus on making 1 or 2 positive changes at a time. If you try to change everything overnight, you'll likely feel overwhelmed and give up. Discipline is built through daily repetition, not through sudden bursts of effort. Eliminating distractions is also crucial. In today's world, it is easy to get caught up in social media, entertainment, and other time-wasting activities that do not contribute to your growth. If you want to develop unshakable discipline, you must learn to control your environment. Identify the distractions that are preventing you from staying focused and remove them as much as possible. If your phone keeps pulling you away from work, put it in another room. If watching TV keeps you from reading or learning, set limits on your screen time. Your ability to discipline yourself is directly related to how well you can control your surroundings. Holding yourself accountable is another important part of discipline. Set goals, track your progress, and measure your results. If you don't hold yourself accountable, it's easy to make excuses and justify procrastination. Find ways to ensure you stay committed, whether that's through journaling, setting deadlines, or finding an accountability partner who pushes you to stay on track. Self-discipline requires self-awareness, and you must be honest with yourself about whether you are truly putting in the effort required to rebuild yourself. Finally, understand that discipline is not about perfection. It is about persistence. No one is disciplined 100% of the time. There will be days when you fall short, when you make mistakes, or when you don't follow through on your commitments. The key is to not let those moments define you. Instead of giving up, get back on track immediately. The more you practice self-discipline, the stronger it becomes. Over time, you will develop an unshakable level of discipline that allows you to stay committed to your goals, no matter what obstacles come your way. This is how you rebuild yourself, not just for 2025, but for a lifetime. Embracing change and adaptability is essential for rebuilding yourself in 2025. The world is constantly evolving, and those who refuse to change often find themselves stuck, frustrated, and left behind. If you want to transform your life, you must develop the mindset that change is not something to fear, but something to welcome. Many people resist change because it brings uncertainty, and the human mind craves comfort and stability. However, growth and comfort cannot coexist. To rebuild yourself, you must be willing to step into the unknown, take risks, and trust that every change is an opportunity for growth. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with change is the fear of failure. They worry that if they try something new, they might not succeed, and so they choose to stay where they are, even if they are unhappy. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is a necessary part of the journey. Every successful person has faced failures, setbacks, and obstacles, but instead of letting those experiences stop them, they use them as lessons. If you want to rebuild yourself, you must shift your mindset and start seeing failure as feedback. It is not a sign that you should quit. It is proof that you are growing, learning, and moving forward. Another important aspect of adaptability is being open to new perspectives and ideas. Many people remain stuck in old patterns because they refuse to challenge their beliefs. They hold on to outdated ways of thinking, convinced that their current mindset is the only way to see the world. However, true growth requires intellectual flexibility, the ability to question, learn, and evolve. In 2025, the world is changing at a rapid pace, and those who refuse to adapt will struggle. If you want to rebuild yourself, you must be willing to unlearn old habits, rethink your assumptions, and embrace new ways of thinking that align with the person you are becoming. Adaptability also means being able to adjust to unexpected challenges. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how much you plan, things will not always go the way you expect. Many people fall apart when things do not go according to plan, but those who are truly adaptable see challenges as opportunities. They do not let obstacles break them, they use them as stepping stones. Instead of complaining about difficulties, they ask themselves, how can I grow from this? What is this situation teaching me? When you develop this mindset, nothing can truly stop you because you have the ability to adjust, pivot, and keep moving forward no matter what happens. Another key to embracing change is developing a strong sense of self-confidence. Many people resist change because they do not believe in their ability to handle it. They doubt themselves, thinking, what if I can't do it? Or what if I'm not good enough? But confidence is not something you are born with. It is something you build. The more you push yourself out of your comfort zone, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling anything life throws at you. Each time you take on a new challenge, your confidence grows. If you want to rebuild yourself, you must trust in your own ability to adapt, learn, and thrive in any situation. Finally, embracing change means letting go of the past and focusing on the future. Many people struggle to move forward because they are too attached to what was. They keep looking back at old mistakes, past disappointments, or things that did not work out. But the past is gone, and the only thing that matters is what you do now. Every single day is a new opportunity to create the life you want. The more you focus on the future and take action in the present, the less power the past has over you. Rebuilding yourself is about stepping into the unknown with confidence, knowing that you are capable of handling anything that comes your way. When you fully embrace change and adaptability, you unlock limitless potential, and nothing can hold you back. Rebuilding yourself in 2025 is about embracing growth, taking massive action, surrounding yourself with the right people, developing unshakable discipline, and adapting to change with confidence. It requires letting go of fear, stepping out of your comfort zone, and committing to continuous self-improvement. The journey will not always be easy, but every challenge is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. True transformation happens when you stop waiting for the perfect moment and start taking action today. Trust the process, stay disciplined, and believe in your ability to create the life you desire. Every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. The only limits that exist are the ones you refuse to break. This is your time. Embrace the journey, commit to your growth, and make 2025 the year you rebuild yourself into the best version of who you were meant to be.